Aquaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we're documenting our move from Texas to Ghana. In this video, we're talking about the 10 things we love about Ghana.
But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
All right, let's get this video started.
For me, number one, the people. The people are a proud people, the Ghanaian people are. When they welcome you, you feel the love. They welcome you with a welcome home, my American brother or sister. And I love that because it made me feel at home everywhere I went, hearing that welcome. It was indescribable, I guess, because we're moving there, right? I mean, being around people that look like you, that have the same struggles that you have, you feel a higher sense of community with these people. It's fun to go out jogging sometimes and just be out, just running around.
I know American black men and all over just were like, no, don't run outside. But it's in Ghana. You can run outside. Yeah, you can run outside,
And just seeing the welcoming of all the people. And, we were there the last time for 8 weeks. So 8 weeks of me going out running. People were like, okay, hey. And then after a couple of weeks, they're like, hey, he's still here. Hey, how you doing, man? It was just one of those things. And there was a men's running group. They went out on Saturdays, but I couldn't. They were just more advanced than I was as far as jogging, and I couldn't do that with them. But just that invite of people seeing you and recognizing you and being in part of that community, that felt good, because in my own neighborhood, I still, if I'm not out with my boys, I get the side eye with people. So just being out by myself, being recognized, like, hey, how are you? That felt good.
All right, so number 2 is the pace. Okay, I know in some people's minds the pace can be really annoying, but if you're in the States, you completely understand this feeling of going all the time. Just go, 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 go. And it's nice when you get to Ghana, everything is slower, and because it's slower, you can't still be go, go, go all the time.
Right.
You have to slow down because no one else is running at your pace, so you have to slow down, and that's nice.
I noticed that just that pace of slowing down and people paying attention to detail and things like that, I think I appreciate it in Ghana.
Yeah, and I think that you appreciate that more when you come from one of the Western countries where you just literally,
it's everything is fast.
Everything, all the time, all the time.
Number 3, the history of Ghana. For me, going to Africa was a big deal because I knew my family's history of coming from slavery. So
we got him a DNA test, y'all. He really is Ghanaian. All the time I said to people that I would never ever get with a Ghanaian like my dad. And then I think I'm okay, and then he ends up he's a Ghanaian too.
Yeah, so for me, going to Ghana, going to the Ashanti region, going to the slave castles in Osu, Elmina, and Cape Coast, seeing this history that I didn't know, that we hear history here in the West of slavery, but it's a different story, and you actually hear the actual story of what happened during those times, and to see how we progressed from that era, and just to know that I have a lot more to learn of who I am and where I come from as a black man and as an African man. The history is there for me, and I just can't get enough of going back because there's so much that I need to know. Just knowledge everywhere and where you go for me. So.
Yeah, and the visits to the slave castles are like deep, y'all. Like that is some crazy stuff. I mean, and like, I think in America when we talk about slavery, it's very myopic. It's very narrow of a discussion, and we never really talk about what it must have been like on the other side of the boat ride. And when you get into that castle and you're going through, like, any black person in America should do that at least one time.
Yeah.
If you have roots in slavery or not, just to see what that experience was like. gives you an understanding of history that you just can't get in another way.
Yeah, going to the slave castle in Elmina it changed my whole perspective of what slavery was, because
legit
going there and just being able to get a hold of that history, major deal for me. So I love that. I love it.
Okay, so number 4 actually requires us to get a special guest to come and visit. So without further ado, special guest. All right, so here's our special guest. It's
Hi.
Luke. Say hi.
Hi.
Luke. Hey, don't you love him? All right, so we're talking about the 10 things that we love about Ghana, and you're coming in here with number 4. So what's number 4?
It's the food.
The food. Definitely for the food.
Yeah. Mainly it's not like the fast food, because it's like they do the fast food differently in Africa than in the US. So like the KFC at the mall that I was having for a while, and it messed up my stomach. I was like,
so no, we're not telling
there was
you not
tummy
to eat
trouble.
at KFC.
There was tummy trouble.
There was tummy trouble.
A
Yeah.
lot. The Burger King there was it didn't hurt that much. It was fine. The Burger King at the mall, it didn't do anything. But it's like the food that you can get at Africa only and not in the US. It's like once you have it, it's another reason that you want to like stay there.
So what are the foods you like best when we go to Ghana? What foods do you love the most?
Kebabs.
Goat kebabs, by the way, is a big thing there. So.
Yeah.
Why do they're so spicy?
Yeah, I know.
Spicy food.
Yeah.
What else do you love?
The buffalo.
Oh, buffalo. It's yum.
It's like a giant donut hole
It
without
is
the
like a
frosting.
Yeah, it doesn't have any icing on it. Everything is a little less sweet there.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Anything else that you really like while we're there?
I don't know.
Well, y'all, there you go. Number 4, straight from Luke, is the food.
Number 5, the potential. Ghana is still a developing country, and you see the development everywhere you go. One of the biggest things that I've noticed is the port, and with Ghana's port being the largest in West Africa, everything's coming into Ghana, and because of that, some things are staying there, some things are growing there. There's a lot of development along the ocean front, and they're in the Osu area. They're developing that and got entertainment and
they're just
hotels
developing everywhere.
coming. Right, the infrastructure, the highways are getting built and built up. There's not so many rolling blackouts.
Well, and I think that's a really good point when you talk about, the positives of moving to Ghana, is that there is so much potential and so much room for you to be an entrepreneur or to join a community and really take something that is in its very beginnings and nurture it into something great. So that potential really can be profound for people who, coming from America, seem to be very marginalized and not have a lot of opportunities to be an entrepreneur and grow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was looking at some of the videos and pictures from Afrochella last year, and I tell you, if you missed it, it was just indescribable. Just Afrochella in Africa. Oh my goodness, you got to be there for that. I'm going to be there hopefully this year. The Panafest celebrations were there last year, and they have the Beyond the Return celebrations this year. Once the country gets back up and moving. So there's so much happening there that you want to be a part of it, because it's a movement, and it's a fire movement. It got heat on it, it does. So with everything happening there, you can't help but to notice and take notice.
That brings us to number 6. The weather. Hello. Who does not love the weather? God, so nice.
Beautiful.
Okay, so we grew up in the Midwest, where you had to shovel your car out
every morning. Yeah,
in the winter time. Oh, it's so horrible. And now we live in Texas, which you're sweating before you walk out your door, and you are automatically drenched in sweat. Humidity and heat.
Humidity is
So
horrible.
it really is bad. So it's nice. The Ghanaian weather is very constant.
Yeah.
It doesn't ebb and flow too much. So I mean, it's got a rainy season and a dry
Right.
season, and obviously there's that, but it's just nice weather.
The
It's
weather's beautiful.
beautiful.
And because of where Ghana sits on the equator, the year-round sunrise and sunset is 6 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Who knew this? I swear to God, I've been how many times? And
Yeah.
you told me that recently. I was like, wait, what? Is that true? Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah, I was reading a book on Ghana. I was like, huh, I didn't know that, but it explains so much of why at 5 o'clock in the morning everything got loud. You know, everybody's up and moving because they're early to rise and early to bed in Ghana. So.
And then at like 8 o'clock, I'm like, oh, time to go to bed. It's like,
Yeah, 8, 9 o'clock, you're going to bed.
definitely.
Number 7, the culture. Going around Ghana, you see a lot of the kente cloth. You see a lot of support for their football team, the soccer team, as they call it.
Called it football.
I call it football team.
It's like
That's
he's already
right.
there.
Yeah, the Ghanaian Black Stars. Yeah, watching a game there. The entire country stops whenever the Black Stars are playing. So
These guys are acting a fool, I swear to God.
yeah,
Like, the
we're at
game
the,
is on.
We're at the
And
stadium.
they'll score, and I swear to God, you can literally hear people screaming
All
in your
over
house,
the
outside of your house,
neighborhoods.
around the neighborhood. The whole country is screaming whenever this.
Oh yeah, that sense of community there, the culture there, is great. Just the people, the mothers with the babies wrapped around their back, just seeing them, you know that they're Ghanaian. There's an association with who they are by what they wear and how they speak, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's pretty deep. And I love the fabrics and this.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me, y'all. I love the smells. Like when people are cooking and you're smelling the
Oh,
smell,
yeah.
just like your whole stomach is like, yes, give me that right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so number 8, the ocean. Hello, the ocean. If you're in Accra or Tema or any of the places that are right along the ocean, you are right there in the ocean. It's just so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. So to be in a place where you're so close to the ocean and
Yeah.
it's just, it's so much a part of the culture and the community.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to the market and things were just caught today, and you're at the market
Yeah,
buying it to
everything's
eat.
fresh.
It's just everything's so fresh. So definitely, I love being near the ocean.
Yeah, being on the beaches there, we've been to a couple beaches, and you can do horseback riding. There's somebody with kebab.
There's a bunch of really
Yeah,
nice
this is a whole
beaches.
Labadi Beach. We were there on Sunday
Absolutely.
afternoons. That was just a nice place on the
Yeah.
weekend to go. Family oriented. You can bring your family. Everybody's there having a good time. The food's great.
And chill, and everybody's just
Yeah,
chill.
everybody's there chill, with the club, kebab, nothing better than that.
This man cannot wait for his club and kebab. I mean, it's a serious thing.
Absolutely.
All right, so what about number 9?
Number 9, the driving.
Okay, wait, what? Because
Yeah.
usually the driving is the thing I hate. Really? You
Yeah,
love?
she is the driving. I love the driving. The driving is wild and crazy, reckless. I love it.
You just made it sound really terrible.
I know,
Okay.
people are like, I'm not driving. I love it. It's, hey, beep, beep, get out the way. I'm coming through. It's not, my blinker's on. Can I get over? I'm coming through. And that's my first lesson in driving in Ghana was this. Me being polite, I let a young man walk in front of me, and he looked at me kind of weird. And then as he was crossing in front of my car, he slowed down his walk and just eyeballed me like, you stopped for me, but I'm going to let you know you won't stop for another passenger or pedestrian walking. And he's right, I didn't. Ever since then, I was the rudest driver ever, and nobody honked at me again or looked at me crazy. But the driving there is just so wild. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's a lot of roundabouts, not a lot of traffic lights.
Right.
Not really even stop signs at like T intersections and things. There's not a stop sign there.
Mm-hmm.
You come to the intersection, you're like, okay, who got here first? Who's going first? Let's just move it. Let's go. And it's a different kind of driving, which I can do
Yeah.
it. I can do the driving.
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a very loud kind of driving. Like there's a lot of honking and moving parts and things happening, and you really.
I enjoy it. I do. I think I was following somebody. I was like, wow, this guy's crazy. Look at him. And they were a good driver and just dashing through the traffic. And when I caught up to this person, it was like an 80-year-old woman. And I remember this because I'm thinking, wow, this is not what I was expecting. And no matter what, if you're driving, you're moving.
Yeah.
Get out of the way or you're going to get ran over.
She wasn't a crazy driver. She's
Yeah,
just driving
she was
how
just
it
driving
is. That's just how
naturally.
you drive.
Right. That was just how I drive. I love it. You know, I can't wait to get there, get some kind of truck or something. The roads are bad.
Gosh,
you know, but... Yeah,
it's like Will Smith, what is that, Bad Boys? He's like, that's how you drive! That's how you drive! That's basically how. Alright, so number 10, and I don't even know, I'm not sure how to say this exactly, like, things are less processed. Things are more natural when you go to Ghana. So, you know, the food that you're eating is fresh. Like, you are eating seafood, and they likely caught that food this morning. Or, you know, if you're getting eggs, well, the chicken probably laid the egg
that morning. Yeah, right.
You go there and you buy black soap or, you know, shea products. Like, it literally is natural products inside of it. And you're just not, like, putting so much chemical on you, in you. It's just freshness.
Yeah, the thing I notice is, like, even with the food, the chocolates aren't as sweet.
Yes.
You know, the candies aren't as sweet. Even the regular food isn't as, it's just not processed. So I was eating like a horse, and I was actually losing weight because the food that I was eating wasn't processed. It was just natural foods that didn't have all the additives and preservatives that American food we've come to be accustomed to having. So
absolutely.
I think one of the biggest things for me was just knowing that the food I was eating was better for me.
So much better. I mean, like, I don't think as Americans, right, so much of our health is compromised by the food that we eat and the products that we use. And I just feel like we're just, like you said, the M&Ms don't have as much sugar in them.
Right.
All of the foods that are there, even if they are more processed type foods, don't have the same crap that they let get through in the United States. So they're just better.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, so however you say that, their food is more natural, less processed, and the products that you use, less products, less processing, everything's just more natural. So love that. All right, guys, so there you have it. 10 things we love about Ghana and that we can't wait to get back to as soon as these borders open up. So I want to know in the comments which one, if you are Ghanaian or you've been to Ghana, which one of those things is the thing you miss most or you love most? And if you are stateside and you have never been to Ghana, what's the thing that we said that you think is probably the thing you'd love the most? Right. Drop that in the comments right now and let us know, because I'm totally curious what people are going to say.
It's the driving.
Don't say the driving. And then we're glad that you were here today. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And like this video because we know you loved it. And we appreciate you being with us as we go beyond the return. We'll see you in the next video.
See ya.